Do you remember for 4 years and now leading up to the 2024 election, the media and the government said that Donald Trump would be Hitler, he would be a Nazi, he would weaponize the justice system. The DOJ would now be a part, an arm of the federal government and Donald Trump's watchdog. Well, all that time, Banana Republic, it's all we heard about. And it terrified people who didn't really know what was going on. We already had a Banana Republic. Well, guess what? The good folks at Grabian, they have made a supercut that exposes all of these lies, and I think it would serve us well to watch it, because you have to remember how many years they gaslit, propagandized, and lied to us about Donald Trump, and we're witnessing the very thing that they accused Trump of doing. And what he was going to do, we're watching Joe Biden do the exact thing. Watch.
Now that he's got the right attorney general in position to do it, we now know they really have been trying to gin up criminal prosecutions and criminal investigations into the president's perceived enemies, politically motivated persecution, right? Courtesy of Bill Barr. I'll roll in the FBI on you. That's how Banana Republics work, right?
The home of the 45th president of the United States has been raided by the FBI.
Mr. Trump is using the Justice Department to go after his perceived enemies. I feel worried about the prospect of the Justice Department being used as a tool of this president or any.
She's not worried about it
Banana
now.
Republic. Any capable prosecutor.
She is not worried about it right now. I can promise you that. We are watching the fall of an empire. The weaponization of this justice system. She doesn't care that Joe Biden's doing it. No, she's endorsing it. She's making up in her silly little mind, or at least she's making the silly little minds of the people who are propagandized by her, she's making them believe that it's okay if it happens to Trump because he's got 91 charges.
Can get a grand jury to hand down an indictment of something as innocent as a ham sandwich.
Today, an indictment was unsealed.
Jack Smith.
Charging Donald J. Trump.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the fourth time in 5 months.
Bill Barr, on the president's behalf, is weaponizing the Justice Department to go after the president's enemies. When you win an election, you don't seek to just prosecute the losing side.
The president using the Justice Department as a weapon to get what he wants.
Department of Justice is totally politicized.
Sticking the Department of Justice on political opponents.
Threatening to imprison his political rival, Banana Republic style.
Trying to exact
Banana Republic style. We're going to hear that a lot of times throughout this video, and guess what? The Banana Republic is fine if it's ran by them.
Revenge against all of his enemies, tin pot dictator in a banana republic.
Is acting more like a banana republic dictator.
He's using government resources to go after his political opponent.
Essentially, we are a banana republic, that we are seeking to have a bogus and criminal investigation into a political opponent.
And that's using the Department of Justice to also target Trump's political opponent for nefarious reasons. This is a massive abuse of power and a betrayal of our values.
The President of the United States is targeting a family member of a political opponent. This is the type of thing that happens in a banana republic.
And trying to take out a political rival in Joe Biden.
Criminally investigating an American political rival, someone the president is worried about losing to in the next election.
To investigate my principal opponent or a principal opponent.
Let's pause right there. This sick bastard, John Podesta, we all know about him and his brother. We know about their affiliation with Hillary Clinton, the Clinton Foundation, Haiti, and all the rest. We know this guy's a sick bastard. We know he's a liar. We've seen it for years. What we're witnessing is mass formation psychosis propagated by the establishment and the media. It's the only way to look at it.
In the upcoming election, Houston, we have a problem.
Don't you think that's something that should be investigated when the incumbent political party opens a counterintelligence investigation on the candidate of the opposing party?
We know Trump is itching.
And that's what Barack Obama did. Barack Obama, surely you're aware, wiretapped Trump's hotel, wiretapped his phones, him and Hillary got a phony FISA warrant based on a bullshit dossier provided by Christopher Steele, Peter Strzok. What happened to them? That's exactly what happened. And that was 3 years removed from the very thing, an incumbent creating an investigation or starting and opening an investigation into Donald Trump.
To politicize the Justice Department, and the Attorney General has been super shady.
The president is weaponizing the Department of Justice to bring cases against his enemies. The Department of Justice is in an existential crisis.
Again, it's yet another example of the Justice Department basically losing all of its independence in this administration.
This is now about corrupting the next election, and for me, this was crossing the red line.
A president who is actively trying to potentially steal the upcoming election,
but to try to take out a political rival. The end goal being 2020.
Donald Trump and his attorney general are using the Justice Department. The only difference between this and a banana republic is that Trump does not eat fruit.
The 2020 election is really the last chance we have to stop our
And the only difference between you and popular television is nobody watches you.
From fully sliding into a corrupt banana republic.
Bill Barr has done everything that Donald Trump has wanted him to do.
Yeah.
We're living in a banana republic right now.
When you start using the Justice Department to go after your enemies, that's very, very dangerous.
Donald Trump is using the Department of Justice to go after his enemies in any way that he can.
Having the head of the chief federal law enforcement agency essentially working on his behalf to investigate a political rival.
To investigate the family of a political opponent, basically banana republic behavior.
We're no better than some, some banana republic.
And he's using the abuse of power in every element of the presidency to try to do something to smear me. We just have to demonstrate that he will not take power if he does run.
The case rests itself. What we have experienced for 8 years is the weaponization of the Justice Department. The shadow government, as we know it, preventing political opponents from entering the arena, 1, 2, living, and 3, from winning anything. If you win like Trump did, you can guarantee that you will face constant investigations. You will have fake evidence planted for an investigation to have teeth, and what the media for a decade almost has called a banana republic, which is what we live in. 2024 is going to be a rude awakening come November 5th.